Okay, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, each and everyone listening to this clip. Yeah, I'm here back to discuss with you uh, quality management in terms of managing IT projects. Yes. So whenever you manage an IT or information systems project, quality, an attribute of quality is something that you should pay much attention to. So as we are going to discuss here, yeah, by the end of this lecture, I believe that everyone will be in position to understand the importance of project quality management for IT products and services, then define project quality management, and understand how quality relates to various aspects of information technology projects. Then on the same note, every person should be in position to describe quality planning, like how do you plan for quality, as well as relating it to the scope management you get. So discuss the importance of quality assurance, because now we need to understand. Remember in my previous lectures where I talked about the 5WH, everything you do there has to be a reason. So now we need to understand the importance of quality assurance. Why do we need to ensure there is quality on whatever project we embark on? Then also list the three output of quality control process, as you're going to see, and these other objectives as well. So, excuse me. Okay, here I just included some scenarios where things went wrong without, paying much attention to quality and the outcome that you will have to go through. Now, when we talk about quality, yes, quality, we need to base on authentic sources that have defined quality. And for our case being in the computing world, we shall always rely much on the ISO. And the ISO defines quality as the degree to which a set of inherent characteristics fulfills requirements. You get? Yes. Does what you do achieve the requirements? You get? So basically, we are looking at what do you have to work on and ensure that all intended requirements are fulfilled. That is the degree to which a set of inherent characteristics fulfills requirements. Yeah, that is according to ISO. You get? Yeah. ISO is a body that is responsible for ensuring quality of products and services. It is a standard organization. That is why it is called International Organization for Standardization. Yeah, other experts define quality based on confirmation of requirements. Some define quality based on fitness for use. Once a product is fit for use for them, that is what they base quality definition at. A product can be used as it was intended, then it means it has met the what? The quality. So some can say the project's processes and products meet written specifications, which is not my ideal. Then project quality management. When we talk about project quality management, we look at ensuring that the project will satisfy the needs for which it was undertaken. Project quality management, like we have to work on quite a number of tasks to ensure that the project will satisfy the needs to which it was undertaken. You get? Yeah, because we can say, you know what, we need to have a system or a biometric system that only and only allows authentic users to log into it or to have access to the services of that particular project. You get? So, meaning that in this case, we have to work on quite a number of attributes that are going to help us achieve that. So process of project quality management includes, you have to first do quality planning, quality assurance, and then quality control. You get? Now, in quality planning, this is when we identify which quality standards are relevant to the project and how to satisfy them. Identify which quality standards there has to be a basis. You get that, any system without this cannot be, our maybe reach or target. But let all our systems have something of this standard. Identify which quality standards are relevant to the project and how to satisfy them. You get? Then that is planning. You get? Yeah, you need to set standards and say, you know what, the way how you see even like every person who goes for a degree at UMU, you must have attained to principal passes that is according to the standard of the university as well as National Council for Education. Basic requirements that someone must have obtained at least two principal passes in the relevant subjects for that course. That is why even here you see quality planning, identify which quality standards are relevant to the project and how to satisfy them. You won't come with a combination like maybe history, economics, and divinity, and then you want to do medicine. Yes, you have the two principal passes, but those principal passes are not relevant to the project or to the course that you intend to do, meaning that no, that is not attaining the quality you get. So quality planning is when we set all that, you get. Then after planning has been done, we go to assurance, quality assurance. Now, quality assurance periodically evaluate overall project performance to ensure the project will satisfy the relevant quality standards. Now, the standards that we have set during quality planning, we need to keep revisiting them as we over time to evaluate, you get, and see how they perform and see how they are being done, what they are being followed to satisfy the relevant quality standards. Then, once that is done, then we go to the last one, which is quality control. Now, in quality control is when we carry out monitoring the specific project results to ensure that they comply with the relevant quality standards. Now, here we look at the output you get as we are monitoring. You get monitor specific project results to ensure that they comply with the relevant quality standards in that case. Yeah. So quality planning implies the ability to anticipate situations and prepare actions to bring about the desired outcome. And it has uses or important to prevent defects by selecting proper materials, training, and indoctrinating people in quality, planning a process that ensures the appropriate outcome. So all these are done during the planning stage. And we have design of experiments. Design of experiment is a quality planning technique. Yeah, like other techniques whereby for it, it helps to identify which variables have the most influence on the overall outcome of a process. Design of experiments. Yeah, here we look at which variables. Of course, there could be quite a number of them, but we just look at those that have the most influence on the overall outcome of a process. Yes, also applies to project management issues like cost and schedule trade-offs. It involves documenting important factors that directly contribute to the meeting customer requirements and so on. Then we have what we call the scope aspects of IT projects where we normally look at while we are planning, you get, for quality, the functionality. Yes, we need to look at functionality, we need to look at the features of the system outputs, the performance of the system, how is the system reliable, is it able to be maintained, and so on. So now functionality is the degree to which a system performs its intended what? Function. For example, if the system is intended to log in, can it log in? You get that once I enter my, actually log in, you get functionality. Yeah. Yeah, so long as once I enter my username and maybe my password, I can access the what? The services. Then features are the system special characteristics that appeal to users. You get, yeah, are people able to get what they intended to? System outputs are the screens and the reports the system generates. You get, yeah, normally these are just screens and the reports the system, of course, gives to the users. Then performance addresses how well a product or service performs the customer intended use. Then when we talk about reliability, is the ability of a product or service to perform as expected under normal conditions. You get, yeah. So basically that. Then when we talk about maintainability, addresses the ease of performing maintenance on a product. Yeah, maintainability. So like whatever system we do, it is always good that you do it in a way that makes it easy for future refining. You get, yeah, because like the way you see the strong players in the field of technology, talk of Microsoft, you know, yeah, they have quite for a number of times revisited their products, yeah, from where Windows started and to where now which version is on. So you realize that some versions are just an improvement of the existing ones, meaning that they base on the existing one to improve, yeah, based on maybe improving security, improving ease of use, and so on. So meaning that if these Windows versions, if were not maintainable, then it would be just a throwaway, and then they come up with something new which is not ideal. You get, so any system you do, it has to provide that kind of space for maintainability. Who is responsible for the quality of projects? Project managers. Project managers are ultimately responsible for quality management on their projects. So since we are now also doing project management, meaning that yes, it is our role to ensure that the quality of the projects is met and everything is moving well. Then project managers are key people to look at here. Then several organizations and the references can help project managers and their team understand the quality. For example, if you go to the International Organization for Standardization, they focus much on what we call quality management as well as the IEEE. Yeah, those are strong references. Then that was quality planning. Then when we go to quality assurance, it includes all activities related to satisfying the relevant quality standards for project. You get, yeah, includes all activities related to satisfying the relevant quality standards for project. Yeah, the standards that have been set during the planning. Now, in this case, whatever activity we do get related to satisfying those set standards, what we call or what we could refer to as quality assurance. Another goal of quality assurance is continuous quality improvement. Yes, because you look at your standard and then look where to improve and so on. So now in most cases, we do what we call benchmarking. You get, so benchmarking generates ideas for quality improvement by comparing specific project practices or product characteristics to those of other projects or products within or outside the performing what organizations. Now, when we talk about benchmarking, like when we are doing quality assurance, we do benchmark. Now, benchmark is to look at the existing products or projects and you borrow a leaf. You borrow a leaf from there that you think has value towards the performance of a project, and then you implement it in yours. You get, yeah, it's the way how you can see that, you know what, okay, at UMO, we don't have maybe bioinformatics, but then University of Cambridge, University of Oxford, I mean, they have that kind of course. So if we want to start that particular program, we needed to see how does Oxford University conduct this what program at their what university. And then we see how long does it take, which people are supposed to be eligible for this course, and then which questions are supposed to be done during this course, and so on. So benchmarking generates ideas for quality improvement by comparing the specific project practices or products you get to those of other projects within or even outside the performing what organizations. So a quality audit is a structured review of specific quality management activities that help identify lessons learned that could improve performance on current or future projects. That is quality audit. Audit, you review, you get, yeah, meaning something is already there, but you review quality management activities that help to identify lessons learned that could improve performance. You audit. Yeah, audit, meaning that in case there is something that you did and it has actually yielded good results, you can maintain. And in case something was done and has returned the negative results, then you can change the strategy. You can probably improve for better performance. Then here we have for table of contents for quality assurance plan. Quality assurance plan has components that you need to look at, like a draft quality assurance plan. You look at for the introduction, the purpose, and so on. So normally they are full documents, yeah, for quality assurance plan. Then number 3, which is a step that you needed to perform when we are managing quality of our projects. We said we do quality planning, quality assurance, and now quality control. The main output of quality control are acceptance decisions, rework, process adjustments. You get some tools and techniques include Pareto analysis. You can use statistical sampling. You can use even actually Six Sigma. You can use quality control charts. Yeah, this can help you to easily control what your quality. Excuse me. Yeah, Pareto analysis involves identifying the vital few contributors that account for the most quality problems in the system. Yes. And sometimes it is called the 80-20 rule, meaning that the 80% of the problems are often due to 20% of the causes. Yeah, that is according to Pareto analysis. Pareto diagram, as you can see, because we said that here it involves identifying the vital few contributors that account for the most quality problems in the system. Yeah, as you can see in the graph. Then we have statistical sampling and standard deviation that I want each person to go through. Then Six Sigma, all these techniques, I want you to go through them. Then Oh, these are different techniques that we use. Okay. Okay. We have also what we call testing. Many IT professionals think of testing as the stage that comes near the end of IT project development. Testing should be done during almost every phase of the IT project or product development life cycle. Yes, whereby now, like me, I admire a lot what we call agile methodology, whereby I believe each stage from requirements definition has to be tested. You get, yeah, you have to test, and then it helps you to understand and gauge yourself whether you're on the right track or not. So testing is very important. And so the testing tasks in software development life cycle, like initiate a project, carry out feasibility study, go to project planning, where you have to look at detailed requirements, project selection, yeah, where you have to choose either to buy or build your own system design, excuse me, and so on. These are system development life cycles. The types of tests every project you do must undergo testing if we are to achieve quality. So we have quite a number of tests that you can carry out. And one of them is what we call unit testing, which tests each individual component of a program to ensure it is as defect-free as possible. For example, if you have a full system with the different modules like authentication, it has maybe reports module, it has also dashboard, it has also maybe billing modules. So you need to test each individual module you get, yeah, of it, like to ensure it is error-free as much as possible. That is unit testing. You test each unity in the what? In the entire system. Then we have what we call integration testing, which occurs between unit and the system testing to test functionality grouped components. Yeah, after putting components together, then you test and see the compatibility of the different what components. Then we have what we call system testing, which tests the entire system as one entity. You get system testing, it tests the entire system as one quantity. Yeah, the whole of it is judged as a single unit in that case. So user acceptance testing is an independent test performed by the end users prior to accepting the delivered system. Yeah, user acceptance testing, you give the system to the users, the intended users, and then they are going to react by using the system. So it's also very important. Here we have what we call Gantt chart technique, which is for building, testing, and system development project plan. Yeah, like now Gantt chart defines when to perform what, to get what comes after what, you get. For example, now you see here we have task number 15, which is validate standards. Now, validate standards should be done at the same time when task number 3, project planning is initiated, you get. Yeah, and the validating standards moves almost you see it moves through almost through third of it moves through whereby you see where there is I want to show you what we call dependence of tasks. Yeah. Now, you see that we have testing management, then the requirements and user acceptance testing. You get as um, now testing management, we have to carry out feasibility study, project planning, but each one is performed at a different what? At a different stage and time. But I wanted you to understand that there are some tasks that you can perform simultaneously, you get. Then there are those that can only start after the completion of the rest, you get. For example, this where we have this is task number 16, integration testing. Integration testing, according to this Gantt chart, can only and only be performed after task number 12 of physical database what? Design. You get. Yeah, and the physical database design can only and only take place after system design. You get. So as you can see on the graph. Yeah. Then testing alone is not enough. Yeah, as I always recommend, it is good that we do everything in a teamwork. According to Humphrey, a renowned expert on software quality, defines the software defect as anything that must be changed before delivery of the program, not only errors, but anything that can be performed to change or anything that can be changed. For him, he considers it as a software defect. Excuse me, testing does not sufficiently prevent software defects because the number of ways to test a complex system is huge. Users will continue to invent new ways to use a system that developers never considered. So, and this expert goes on to suggest that people rethink the software development process to provide no potential defects when you enter system testing. The developers must always be responsible for providing error-free code at each stage of what? Of testing. Then modern quality management requires customer satisfaction, requires prevention to inspection, organizes. These are things you need to look through. Then we have quality experts. These are case studies that, emphasize or give detailed view of what quality is. Like now, the Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award is always arranged and organized to recognize companies that have achieved the level of world-class competition through quality management, given by the president of the US. Get these are just case studies. Then also ISO, ITSO, and the IEEE. They are some of the bodies that always in charge of that. The cost of quality. The cost of quality is the cost of confirmation plus the cost of confirmation. Yes, confirmation means delivering products that meet requirements and fitness for use. Yeah, once you deliver products that meet requirements and are ready to be used, then that is the level of confirmation. Then cost of non-confirmation means taking responsibility for failures or not meeting quality expectations. So if you deliver a product that can do what the users wanted it to do, that is confirmation. But also there are things that you may deliver and yes, you acknowledge that maybe something was not done. You take the ownership, taking the responsibility of that failure. That means yes, it has to be deducted. So because you are trying to see the cost of quality you get. So it is cost of confirmation plus the cost of what? Non-confirmation. Yes, how much it has costed for you to achieve the requirements as well as the failures that have happened in that matter. So cost per hour of downtime caused by software defects. So like every time a system goes down, I can give you a very good example of maybe mobile money services. It really costs the companies a lot of money, losses per hour, per minutes, per seconds, because you don't know how much money probably one of the telecom companies actually get every time, maybe every after a minute, because there are quite a number of people who use their services, and on each transaction there is a commission you get. So like now it is assumed that once the ATM machine goes down for small companies, it is estimated that approximately 14,500 US dollars are being done. What is being lost? You get in that case. Telephone ticketing system, sales companies, and systems can cost up to 69,000. So these are estimates. You realize that yes, every time the system goes down, companies makes a lot of loss, like they make loss, you get. And then we have 5 cost categories related to quality, that is prevention cost, appraisal cost, internal failure cost, external failure cost, measurement and test equipment costs. Okay, so these are case studies that you can go through. In the case of anything, we shall probably discuss more in our session 2 for quality management. Otherwise, thank you very much for listening as well as following. All best.